So it's November 20th here in North Dakota. We just got to North Dakota, heading to western North Dakota for Muledeer. From what we're hearing, the rut's going pretty well. We got 2 days of gun season left, and then we can wear our camouflage. The guys that were in the property the week before shot 2 really nice 5x5s, so we're hoping to be able to take 5 nice bucks here with our bows. But right now it's what, 18 degrees out? Yep. And what, we got 400 miles left. Pretty close to that. 500 miles down. So Jeff's filming, asking me what we were just doing. We had to strategiate. We weren't inebriated, but we had to make a U-turn because I think this is the last fuel setup for a while for us. So a couple hundred more miles and we'll be good to go. Stick around. This is awesome. That's awesome.
What do you think of that, Frankie?
That's awesome. That's cool. Seeing them animals roaming wild like that close. That is awesome. This trip keeps getting better and better. We videoed a couple of real nice muleys, one exceptionally nice buffalo, whitetail bucks, whitetail doe, a super nice whitetail buck. And we ain't even to camp yet. This is great. Can't wait.
Good morning, Jeff Desatel, and welcome to Rush Outdoors. I am currently in North Dakota in the Badlands. I have a mule deer buck or a whitetail buck, either choice, tag in my pocket, and I've literally made it from about 100 yards from where I parked the ATV. I've already seen 3 doe muleys, and now I just had 2 whitetail does come up, and so I'm looking for their boyfriends. Whitetail rut is still going here, starting to wind down a little bit, but last night when we pulled in, we did see some rutting activity and some damn nice bucks that I would definitely shoot. But the mule deer rut is just getting started. We've seen some of them nice ones last night also. This morning we come out of the house that we're staying in, and there's literally a mule deer buck and a doe literally in the backyard within bow range, and they could care less. We started the 4-wheelers and everything, and it was just like we weren't even there, which is cool. I'm hoping it pans out and stays that way so guys can get a little closer and have some good luck this week. So stay tuned, and I should be in for some good action. So bucks outside the property line. They're pushing a doe, which is right down. Right there, you can see a white butt. All in all, it's been a pretty good day. Seen a lot of animals today. Could have tagged out right away this morning. It's opening morning. I didn't want my hunt to end just yet, but it was a wall mounter. I probably will live to regret it, but it's been really good. Muledeer rut is, I believe it's just kicking in. Seeing two separate big bucks chasing hard tonight. Running does, wide open, running. So stay tuned and we'll see what happens. Oh look, Mr. Karl Bethke.
November 22nd here in North Dakota. That's actually our second day. We've had, what, 3 hunts, I suppose? It's been pretty good so far, right? Seen a few deer. Everybody's seeing deer. Jeff's running the camera. Jeff's seen some really nice bucks. You guys will see some of that on the footage. But tonight we were all heading out a little bit before shooting light. And in the bottom, below where we're staying, there was 4 doe. Would be on the east side of the road, and we looked and we were watching them, and Ron was a little bit in front of me. We started to go a little bit more. Ron went to check see if there's some whitetails, and looked to the right, and here there was this mule deer doe with a nice buck behind her. I decided I was going to shoot him, so we went up. I lasered it. I took 2 shots on the deer. Lasered it. First shot was 99, 98 yards. On my rangefinder, I pulled up and shot. It went just over the top of his back, and he didn't hear the bow go off, didn't hear anything. The arrow, you'll see, well, you won't see it because we didn't get that one on film, but the arrow just went over the top of his back. He heard the arrow hit behind him, so he went to smell it. Yep. So I had Ronnie spot for me as we were moving in a little bit more, and ended up getting the deer. Your laser said what?
102.
102, 103. My laser said 99. I set my pin right at 100. We had a pretty good left to right wind.
Yeah.
I put a quarter, not even a quarter bubble into about 1/8 bubble. So at that yardage, my arrow should have hit about 6 inches right of my aiming reference with the crosswind that we had. Ends up, we probably figured that the wind was actually windy where we were, but dead where the deer were. and the arrow hit right where I aimed. You guys will see that on video. Jeff got that on film. But needless to say, 100-yard shot. Height was perfect. We're thinking a little bit back lung, maybe liver, probably back lung. Deer mule kicked real well and took off. See the light of not sitting in the ground. But we're unsure. We watched it on the video and on the bigger screen. We all think that it's a fairly decent shot, but we're going to wait till tomorrow morning. Strategery, because we took time and we strategiated.
Some strategery.
We're going to send Frank and Jeff to the top of the hill, Bob over to this other outlet road, which kind of covers this river bottom that we're hunting, and Ron and I are going to go down in on the arrows. Thanks to the clean shot knock, we could see exactly where we hit, and that's definitely what we're looking for with that Obsession Phoenix. That bow just pounds at 100 yards. I was real sure of that shot, so that's why I took it. Our assumption right now is the deer went maybe 30 yards and is laying there dead, we're hoping. But out here in North Dakota, you never know. We've had bad experiences before.
Right.
So we'll see, and hopefully the coyotes don't get them. We've been fortunate enough we haven't seen a lot of coyotes yet this year. So stick around. Hopefully we'll be able to bring you a nice recovery of a decent mule deer. I'm not going to sleep tonight.
Good job, Carl.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, nice shot.
Oh yeah, we got thanks to Vortex too for the rangefinder. Definitely locked me in on where I needed to be. I think the first one was probably my fault. I only clicked it one time, pulled up one range, so in the heat of the moment I may have been shaking a little bit, but we'll see. The shot broke good, so we'll see what happens. Stick around. What do you think?
I think we're going to go recover your deer.
I hope you're right.
It's a perfect morning.
Yep. Cool, crisp, no wind.
No wind. So yeah, make sure you get that on film. No wind.
Yeah. I won't hear us say that very often.
Not like the 72-mile-an-hour wind we had yesterday.
Carl's got one hit. And we're going to go get that, we hope. And it seems like it was pretty good. We spent a lot of time in front of the TV last night watching,
Debating.
But I think the overall census is thanks to those lighted knocks.
Yeah.
We think it's a pretty good shot. So I say we'll see, but we have confidence. So.
Well, it is the 3rd day of our mule deer hunt.
Yep.
And last night, you guys will see the footage. We were just coming back to where we're staying, and we seen what, 4 doe on the left hand side of the road. And then we were coming up a little bit further, and here was this particular buck and another doe that you had spotted. And we ended up, the shot was, what'd you have on your rangefinder?
102.
102, so 102 yards. I actually shot at him twice. First shot was a little bit closer. Ron was watching, and the arrow went just over the top of his back. So he actually went out to smell where the arrow had hit, and turned around, and I said to Ron, I said, how far is he now? And that's when he told me 102. And I pulled up my rangefinder, and my rangefinder said 99. So I split the difference on my sight and pulled up, put the pin on him, let drive, and put a little bit of a canter on the bow because we had a left to right wind. Just to compensate for that, shooting that yardage, my bow will hit about 4 inches to the right with a 1/8 of a bubble or a quarter of a bubble canter. Ends up I shot. What I didn't take into consideration is where we were standing, it was windy.
Right.
Where the deer were, it
Right, no
wasn't. no wind. And ends up I hit right where I aimed, a little bit back. We seen the light did not go through. We went back and reviewed it over and over again. Obviously, you guys will see the talk on the camera. But ends up we come in here this morning. We found the arrow right away. Thought we had pretty decent blood. Found some blood. Here come the wardens, flying the airplanes, checking for hunters. But anyway, we ended up finding a bed after we lost blood by about, what, 80 yards?
Yeah.
And ended up coming in. Started to come up. Ron and I split this little coulee down below us. He stayed on one side, I stayed on the other. Ends up I was above the deer, and Ron come up through the coulee, ended up seeing him, and that worked out great. Once Ron seen him, we got around, pinpointed him using this tree. I stalked back up and around over the top. When I come up over the top, there was a bunch of sage in the way, so I had to sneak down. He knew I was here because he heard me. I seen his ears turn and his head pop up, but he was pretty sick at that point. Ended up being able to put another shot into him, and he moved 3 feet and ended up dying here. So couldn't have done it without Ron and the guys. Bob's filming right now. This is the buck we shot. He's a little broke up right here, but he's a nice 5x5.
Good browse.
Good browse on him for a mule deer. We're excited. 1 down. We got 4 left to go. And we're going to tag him, bag him, and put him in the cooler, I guess. So
Hang them on the wall.
hang him on the wall. Another accomplishment done for this year. It's been a long year for me. And I am ecstatic. So we're going to do our tag right now. Make him all legal. And we will be golden. Today is what, the 23rd, correct? The stickum is not sticking them. There we go. There you go. That one eagle North Dakota mule deer.
Thanks, Paul. Good jack, Rob.
There you go, Carl.